Hi everyone. I just want to show you real quick how you can get started by uploading your existing contacts that you already have in an Excel CSV file. That's a comma separated file. And if you have them in Excel, you can just go File, Save As, and then you'll see comma separated file there. And what you want to do first is you want to click on lists. Okay, you can see that you currently don't have any lists, so we're going to create a list and we're going to, name it whatever you want. My contacts. If these contacts came from a particular website, you can list that website of where you got them, but it's not required. And then you just want to check to make sure that you agree that you have permission to text these users, that they are your existing customers and not a list that you purchased or something like that. So you want to click on My Contacts. You go into the list. You can see that we're now in the list called My Contacts. And I can add a contact one at a time. But if I want to import, I'm going to click on Actions and go to Import Contacts. Okay, so I want them to go into List My Contacts. That's the only list that I have. If you have different lists, you can change your lists. Now, if you need an example of what a CSV file should look like, you can click right here and download an example. Now, I happen to have one. Let me just show you real quickly. I took this from the example that I downloaded, and I added a couple more rows to it. So you can see one row has, all the fields filled out, including tags. I've added a couple tags. I've added a couple custom fields here, name, address. This row right here, you can see it just has, name, phone number, email, basic information. This one right here has even less information, just first name or phone number. And I could just list the phone number if I wanted to. So that is, basically the format that you need. It can have headers or not have headers. That's up to you. But if it has other information, like before the content starts, just delete that so that it looks like this. Okay, so now I'm just going to click on Browse. And I'm going to go find that document, that CSV file right here. I'm going to say it does contain headers. I'm going to click on Upload, and you can see that it uploaded a couple rows from my file as just a sample here. This is just for you to visually see so that you can label each field. So I'm going to label this as first name. I'm going to label this as last name. I'm going to label this as phone. I'm going to label this as email. And I can continue on and say custom 1, custom 2, or, if I don't care about certain fields, I can just leave them as ignore, okay? So I'll just leave all the rest of them as ignore for now, and I'm going to hit submit. Okay, so now 3 contacts were successfully created, and I am going to click on my my list here, and now you can see that I have all 3 contacts loaded, and I can click on a particular contact and I can see his detailed information. I can see his notes. I can see that he's assigned to this list, and custom fields have been loaded, and I said ignore the address information, so you can see it's not loaded, and the tags haven't been loaded because I said to ignore those. So that is how you get started. Now, if I click on contacts, I'll see the contacts. If I click on the list, I can see that the list has 3 contacts. So it's as simple as that. So now I could immediately go to campaigns, and if I had an active account here, I could click on create campaign. I could select my list. I can compose a message and hit send. And bam, those 3 contacts would get that message. So it's as easy as that to schedule a text, to send a text, to load your contacts. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to support at TextP2P, and we're happy to help. Thanks.